Yeah. No, this isn't the real type of thing that I usually do, but I thought it'd be fun since, I actually play this game. So, I would recommend it. I don't know, I'm just a person that likes strategy games, and my mic for my headset's broke, so if you see me streaming, it's most likely just gonna be silent or really bad Xbox apps sometimes. But, just saying, just so you know, so if the audio on this sounds kind of bad, I'm underneath a blanket recording. I hope you enjoy this as much as I did. Took a while. Also, I hope you enjoyed 15 minutes of Steve, because that was fun. So, for here, when I was playing as Japan, I actually ended up taking over Korea. I started recording late, but I ended up taking over Korea and everything and allying with Manchuria. And him and the Philippines were not off to a great start, as you can see here. And I was hoping I could improve that by allying with the Philippines so I wouldn't be invaded. And, well, it sort of helped. Everyone else was kind of expanding, and since I was Japan and Manchuria was next to the land, you know what I mean? Like, he had most of everything, so I allied with the Philippines, so that I wouldn't be attacked in return, but I was mostly allied with Manchuria because he was actually a good guy and giving me tips and everything. And the next day, Manchuria actually, I'm not sure if this is later, but but one thing that I do know is that, Australia was pretty chill with me and everything. So, everything good was there. Sorry for the little notification, but Africa was starting to unionize, and that was scary for us because we knew if they unionized, pushed into Asia, we'd be screwed. Spain was taking over, and I'm pretty sure this is the part where Manchuria actually started pushing inwards towards Sumatra and the Philippines. I had a little naval blockade set up in case, he tried to attack me, but I was putting a lot of faith in the Philippines, well, not Philippines, but Manchuria, and this was the part where I actually started war with the Philippines when allying with Manchuria, because I was like, okay, this will save me, and the Americas also started to unionize, which later became a problem, as you'll see, but I made some good friends out of it, mostly Peru. He was a really good guy. I'm just going over everything, like, it's late at night. 16-minute video, what am I doing? I've been working on this for a while, and I just need to get it done so I can get some more Siege content out. So I'm sorry if you really don't like it, but, who cares? You could just skip this video if you want, but I was mostly trying to get my Air Force build up a little. I really wasn't worried about air because of Manchuria's planes, but he started pushing into Sumatra, and I was taking over the Philippines, and that would allow us to reach Australia, but Australia had messaged me, hey, let's be allies, So I was like, okay, sure, I guess. So we were allies, which is why you can see his troops, but later on he would go offline and end up, sorry, it's hot underneath this blanket. He would actually end up going to war with Manchuria because he went offline, but, yeah. This game took a while. We were worried about, this was the part where me and Siberia, because we were all chilling as a, good pact, we were all chilling and waiting for an invasion of, from the north, because we had taken a piece of Alaska from the AI, and they were expanding towards the AI, and the Conquerors is what they called themselves. They had taken over most of Australia, Europe, and were threatening us from both sides. So this is where things kind of ramped up, because we could be screwed at any minute. So we had finally taken out the Philippines in this, and I expanded the naval blockade, and was starting to get aircraft carriers and everything up. And you won't see me expand a lot because most of my troops took several days to move. Like, if I wanted them to go one area, it'd take at least a week. So by the time they get there, the territory was claimed or, just gone. It was bad. Like, I did a really bad job on expanding, but I made sure to make use of what I had. Manchuria got a very, very good, how would I put this? He had a very good air force. He prioritized planes, and Siberia had gone offline, I'm pretty sure. And so we ended up invading him and taking his land. And, because he's not going to need it considering he's offline. So it kind of sucks that he just stopped playing and we had to go against him, but they've unionized more in the Americas. And over here, this is where it got scary. Things started to ramp up big time because we had 2 new members of our coalition and we owned pretty much all of Asia. Except there was going to get to a part where, if you think about it, the 2 coalitions are going to meet. And the winner of that coalition is going to be, they're going to be the winners of the entire game. So this war really ramped it up. I'm pretty sure this was Syria who we had allied with. I'm not sure. But I set up naval blockades and tried to, reinforce in the north. And we weren't really worried about Australia for right now. Papua New Guinea we weren't really worried about because Australia had taken him. And we were actually going to invade through the back part. All I can say is that pretty much North America was kind of a dick. I don't know, he was pissed because Manchuria had premium, which allows you to queue stuff and build stuff, faster, I guess. And he got pissed and tried to say he spent, that he was just spending gold and building stuff instantly when he wasn't. He just had a lot of factories and would queue stuff. So he wasn't doing any of that. But right here, you'll end up seeing some of the leaderboards. Captain Morgan, he was one of my allies, and I was making some pretty good stuff per day. I will admit. But I thought I was doing pretty fine, if you ask me. Everything got scary, so I decided to send in some spies to his capital right here. Because I really, really needed information on what he had and stuff, because if I could at least know that, then I'd know that he doesn't have atomic bombs, or he doesn't, have atomic bombers about to shoot my ass. So it just gave me comfort in knowing what he had. I also had a few pictures of times where I was too lazy to record, but I don't really feel like putting them in right now because I'm too lazy. This has been a draft for a month, but that's what he was making per day, which helped. And this was the part where things really hit the fan because we were taking everything. Peru and I think it was New England, they owned most of the Americas, and they were pissed, absolutely, because of Manchuria's air force. It was hilarious just seeing the planes swarm. I still had my naval blockade up, scared that, they'd come after me next, and I was working on battleships. And later down the line, I was going to send my aircraft carriers, as you'll see there, to support. I made sure I added more ships with it, just so I didn't have to worry, but I was going to send them down to, I think, the Suez Canal, if I'm thinking right. I'm not a fucking geography expert, okay? But I was going to send them between Africa and Saudi Arabia just so that I wouldn't have, provide air support for everyone, because my man had taken over all of Africa and then still had half of the, pretty sure he owned Argentina, if I'm correct. But it was just not good. I wasn't sure who was going to win this until we had taken everything. Later on, New England would actually get off because he was just pissed. He tried to. I don't even. It was bad. it was kind of funny though. Peru, he ended up saying I was a good guy, but he was still pissed at Manchuria, who I was really good friends with in this game because he actually taught me a lot of stuff about the game, which I thank him for. But Peru uh, actually ended up joining us, which kind of was pretty funny. So we had Peru taking out Sao Paulo, and but he still owned like all of Africa, so we had to do an African campaign and just take out everything. And we were still cleaning up bits of Siberia because he had gone offline, so we're still cleaning up bits of him. He had gotten back online, but I guess he couldn't make out a deal considering we'd taken most of his land and he couldn't do anything. Oh my god, it is hot under this blanket. I've been under it for 10 minutes now. Just waiting for that 16-minute mark. I remember when I was excited to make this video, you know that? If you've made it this far, just like and subscribe, because holy shit, there's no reason you should be this far in a goddamn video about this poor of quality, man. Feel free to subscribe and like, I don't care. Comment, dislike, do anything, I don't care. But, I sent, I was gonna send reinforcements down to, take Madagascar, because he actually wasn't on either of their side. He was still independent, isolated, which surprised me. So, I was going to take Madagascar for us because everyone in the thing had been saying, oh, you stop hiding behind Manchuria, even though it takes my troops, like, so long to move. But I was moving, though, man. I was sending battleships and so many troops to meet up in the ocean so that we could take Madagascar. And later on, as you'll see, what my battleship group, as you can see there, actually ended up getting stopped by a Sao Paulo submarine. So that took a couple of days, and it's going to add time on due to that. But I was going to have them hit Madagascar, so then we'd have a forward operating base into Africa, and kind of take out his navy there. Because I knew I had the stronger one, because I was upgrading things constantly. I had 4 interceptors to take out his bombers and stuff, and just keep them mobile. I was finishing my submarines because that's what I mostly had, and getting the interceptors better, before they arrived. Siberia had been pretty much taken out at this point, and we had pretty much taken out and taken control of the Americas. Holy fuck, I can't wait till I can make Siege content after I'm done with this, but, we ended up, pushing inwards, and I was ordering troops to take a good amount of lands because I wasn't getting any, and I wanted to take some, but my coalition members would always take it first, which sucked, and one thing that really sucked here was, trying to take Africa because there's just so many provinces. It's just almost impossible. By this time, I'm pretty sure we took out all of Siberia, and Manchuria was using gold to find out where the armies were of that country, which was kind of scummy, but at the end of the day, I don't care because it's his money, not mine. And, this is what it had looked like. And I thought we did pretty damn good. No wait. It wasn't that. I'm pretty sure this is part where game had ended. Actually, I'm pretty sure the game had ended because we reached the point threshold. So this took a while because the game goes by days, and so this game was up for about a month. A fucking month. Like, when they say real-time strategy game, they weren't lying. And that's what makes this game so great, because it goes by days. So, like, I'll log on daily and just, move my troops around and stuff, and then, be done. Call of War, sponsor me. Like, seriously, sponsor me. Give me money. I will, show this game. And this is what the rewards looked like. I got a pretty hefty sum of gold from here, 7,000, which you can use to instantly finish stuff. And It was pretty good because we had taken the point threshold, but it sucks that I never got to go through my campaign on Madagascar, kind of prove myself to my coalition members. So that sucked a lot, but at the end of the day, we won, so I can't be too mad. I ended up joining Peru's coalition too, so that's pretty cool. If you want to know what the coalition is and join me, let me know. This game's called Call of War, by the way. I'll put the link in the description. But overall, I had a blast. Learned a lot from Manchuria because he would teach me things like, oh, 5 bombers and 5 interceptors, no more. And I was like, okay. And, he just really did help. And I've won many games since. I just love the fact that you can form coalitions. It goes by days and everything. I don't know. I just love this game. And if you don't play for a few days, the AI takes control of your country, kicks you out of the coalition, so it kind of gives you an incentive to keep playing. But if you made it this far, go ahead, like and subscribe, comment, dislike, I don't care. Just I'm surprised you actually watched this entire thing if you're hearing this. But I mean, have a good day, I guess. I'm gonna make some more Siege content. So, bye.